Good evening. Hope you had a wonderful Saturday morning and afternoon, full day. We are in the second chapter of Colossians, and I have to ask you this. What are you valuing or esteeming this evening? Now, some people might esteem themselves. Some people might, put a lot of stock in relationships, maybe their family, their children, their money, their account. Well, in verse 3 of the second chapter of Colossians, Paul outlines, he was talking about his function and his job in the church, but then he talks about the mysteries of God, and he further details in whom are hid all the treasures. That's the true value, the treasures of God, because we have a chance to have these valuable gems. It says, in whom are hid all the treasures of what are those gems? Wisdom and knowledge. Oh my goodness. In Proverbs, it talks about wisdom being the principal thing that is way more valuable than gold and jewels and anything that we can see here in this physical world. The wisdom of God. And we know in James where, it is said by James that, look, ask for God to give you more wisdom. He's not going to chastise you. If you're wondering what you should do in a situation, he will give it to us liberally and upbraideth not. He will not say, like, you should know this stuff. He will give you his hidden truths and his knowledge. We talked about that in a chapter before. So that's what we should be esteeming, those treasures, the mysteries of God. And oh my goodness, will he unlock his beautiful riches to each one of his believers, each one of his children. Oh, yes, he will. And, how can I forget this verse? In verse 5, Paul is mentioning, for though I be absent in the flesh, I'm not here with you or there with you, yet I am with you in spirit. And I love when I see the word joy or the form of the word joy as a verb. And it says, yet I am with you in the spirit, joying and beholding your order. Joying. Where else have we seen joy as a verb? In Habakkuk, right? Where it says, oh, though the olive tree fails and there's no fruit in the vine and there's nothing in the stalls and everything is looking pretty bleak, right? Although the fig tree shall not blossom, neither shall fruit be in the vines, the labor of the olive shall fail, and the field shall yield no meat. The flock shall be cut off from the fold, and there shall be no herd in the stalls. Yet I will rejoice in the Lord. I will joy. That means an active word. You're doing something. You're joying. I will joy in the God of my salvation. Are you joying in your Lord, in your King this evening? Or are you sulking in some type of circumstance? Like, oh man, they did me wrong. I want to go here tonight, but I'm stuck in this house room. Or are you joying in the Lord? So we're talking about the treasures to esteem. We're talking about the relationship that you're able to continually joy. And in verse 7, how are we able to do that? Because we are rooted, we are built up, and we are established in the faith. Yeah, that is reason to rejoice. As ye have been taught, abounding, overflowing therein with thanksgiving. God gives us that sweet communion. So my goodness, we have so many treasures this evening. Not only, like I said, the wisdom and knowledge that God gives and reveals from his mysteries, not only that we're able to joy as a verb, but we are able to be in abounding gratitude because he has given us this firm relationship. And in verse 10, we are complete in him. So there are no voids. We don't have to look for somebody or something to fill a void in our heart. No, we are thorough and complete in him. Isn't that a great blessed assurance that we are his? Yes. And putting off all the flesh, putting off the body of the sins of the flesh by the circumcised Christ. And in verse 23, which things have indeed a show of wisdom and will worship in humility and neglecting of the body, not in any honor to the satisfying of the flesh. No, we're trying to satisfy our Lord. We're trying to realize that God is our everything. Christ is our sufficiency. He's our confidence. He's our completion. And we have so much to be thankful for. So enjoy the treasures. Enjoy joying in the Lord. Enjoy that you have abounding thanksgiving, that you're rooted, you are built up, and you're established in him, and you are totally complete. Continue to delight in him.